pessoal, bem-vindos a mais um vídeo, desta vez com a Facecam. Estamos aqui hoje para jogar Stanley Parable, um jogo muito bom. Vamos começar com isto para lembrar ali o ecrãzinho pequenino. Vai até o infinito. Lá, começa este jogo.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Nice, já temos controle do homem. Aqui não há nada para clicar em nada. Vamos lá. Já conta. Tanta claridade lá fora, não se vê nada lá para fora. Desliguei os computadores, está a energia. Deve achar que isto está barato a energia. Devia ter lido o que estava ali primeiro, se calhar. E aí, fechei. Gato 16, gato 15. Está muita gente aqui.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Eu acho que vou fazer tudo ao contrário. Vou começar por todas ao contrário, porque não. Se eu fizer o inicial, vamos logo ver se eu fizer tudo o que ele diz, vamos logo ver o fim. Ou seja, primeiro vamos fazer tudo ao contrário do que ele diz e só depois vamos tipo fazendo coisinhas como ele diz de vez em quando. Por isso.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Devia dar uma cena para beber. O que é aquilo? Não sei, são papéis.
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Oh, são bonitos. Bem bonitos. Está no som.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Nah, I'm in Broly.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Exato, eu só tenho que clicar em teclas de computador. É para aqui. Saltar até lá abaixo. Ninguém se mata até lá abaixo. Ainda tem que pagar 5.000 euros. Dólares.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Isto não dá para saltar.
I'm not your enemy.
Será que dá para saltar para ali?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else
isto agora
can
está a
be
levantar.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay.
Give me a chance.
Tá bem. Vamos lá, aqui, descer estas escadinhas. Não abre esta porta. Um bocado escuro, se ficar muito escuro no vídeo, peço desculpa.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Azul ou
Stanley
vermelha?
walked through the red door.
Ok, vamos para azul.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Não, vamos ser persistentes e vamos para azul.
I still don't think I communicated properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
A sério? Pô, isto não é pô. A sério, nós podemos ir pela porta azul. Ok, vamos pela vermelha. Não, eu disse que ia fazer tudo ao contrário, por isso vou fazer mesmo tudo.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see, there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what.
Boobs.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback.
Ok.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Ok. Qual das três? Acho que vou para esta.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Ok. A diferença não foi grande. Tipo, mais uma opção. Não vou pôr faz diferença, é mais uma.
Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Eu vi portas a abrir, foi aquela? Estão todos offline. Estamos em últimos, ok. Vamos ter que escolher um. Isto vai estar tudo igual, acho eu. Vai tudo dar ao mesmo.
Now,
Agora
would you
deste
say
lado.
that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
É.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Nope.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Ok, vamos fazer aqui o pequeno loading.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game. all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
4 horas! Ainda tenho que tirar notas. Não, para trás. Para trás. Para trás. What? Ok, ele não vai dizer mais nada, por isso vou deixar o puto morrer. Vou deixá-lo morrer que ele não vai dizer mais nada, pois não. Não vou estar aqui 4 horas sem pensar. Morre. Eu não quero deixar o puto morrer. Morre.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game?
Ooh.
Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
Alta cena.
What do we have here? Yes.
Que jogo é que será?
Seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Vejam, experimentem adivinhar. Oh!
Is this any better? At last, the one thing
Minecraft.
I've always desired. A game I
Dá
had
para saltar,
absolutely
para
nothing
sair
to
daqui.
do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Até quero ver. Onde é que vais desconstruir? Ali?
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it.
Melhor casa de
Gaze
Minecraft que eu
upon
já
my
vi.
work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside.
Vou fazer uma casa
You've
desta,
only
vou fazer
gotten half the
tutorial de uma casa
experience.
destas para o
Please,
Minecraft.
step inside and make yourself
Muito
comfortable.
boa. Vamos experimentar.
Isn't it?
Confortável, boa.
It could only be better if...
Nem cabe a cama, mas pronto.
That's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond.
Diamante eu gosto.
Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Ali, abriu passagem. Pulando, ali. Não? Ali não dá para subir. É para ali para baixo. Nice. Não dá para fazer não, dá para partir blocos.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Nope. Eu não sei para onde é que estou aí. Não vejo nada. Deixa-me aumentar aqui só a luminosidade. Isso. Desaparece. Isso. Pronto, já vejo mais alguma coisa. Isso mesmo.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind.
Vamos para ali.
I'm looking for something more narrow and linear.
Para ali.
Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant.
Pronto, ok.
This won't do at all.
Já não vejo
1
nada
out of
outra vez.
5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one.
Estou a ver aranhas.
Okay, new game.
Outro jogo. Mudar de jogo, pessoal. Oh. Yes.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's
Lá por
inspiring. I couldn't have done any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Nice. Eu gosto de tirar as cenas. Que nice. Vamos ao rádio connosco. Olha, isto é a minha primeira gameplay com facecam, por isso devo fazer algo mais nele.
It's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Genius.
No, actually, you know what? I
No?
think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as...
Oh. Morrado. Anda morrado. Está aqui. Já não está a tocar a música. Go fuck yourself. Desaparece da frente. Deve haver uma saída para aí, alguns. Não? Morri? Não? Acho que isto é do primeiro Stanley Parable. Acho que não, tenho certeza. Tu é pequenino, acho muito pequenino, acho as portas grandes para cá. Não é isso que ainda não. Onde é que vão? Não sei. Olha, 223. A nossa sala deve andar aqui perto. 24. Não, isso não tem nada. 25. Nada. Oh. 26. 27. Nada. Nada. Isto é um espelho? Não. Vamos só daquele lado. Vamos querer aquele lado. Não dá? Aqui não há nada para fazer. Ok, não há nada para fazer aqui. Vamos embora. Para trás. Devemos ter um sítio errado. Oh. O que é que se passou?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Acho que acabou que chegamos a um dos fins possíveis. Acho que isto tem uma data de fins e acho que sim. Chegamos mesmo ao fim. Acho que isto tem uma data de fins possíveis. Vários, como puderam ver, este até Minecraft meteu, o outro jogo não sei qual era. Muito bom, gosto bastante deste jogo. Tem sempre uma certa piada. Espero, vou gravar mais gameplays destes e pá, e começou de novo. Vou gravar mais gameplays destes e vamos fazer mais endings. Vamos ver qual é o próximo. Para já, fiquem bem.